morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. I am Dirty, and right there, the man that's bebopping and doing whatever it is that he's doing is my partner in crime, your other host, the one, the only.
A-Train, baby, what's good, man?
What's up? I am naked today. As you notice, Arlington, what's right behind me? You see that? What is this, Arlington?
Is that a box? Is that a box that says XFL on it?
It says XFL. XFL,
XFL.
Arlington. Arlington, this was sent to me. And you know what we're going to do today, Arlington?
What are we doing today, man? You doing an unboxing?
We are going to unbox it. Oh, and Arlington, look who else showed up today. Look at him. He looks beautiful, doesn't he, Arlington? He looks like from the Pacific Northwest, ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only, the mayor. How are you, sir?
Well, I've got a pulse and I'm
Did you bring
above
him in?
ground. Does that count for anything?
It
There
does.
he is.
Look what I got from the XFL. We are going to open this. We're going to unbox this right now on the show. So let's see what the XFL sent me. Shall we? Nobody get jealous. Nobody get jealous.
Well, thanks for giving us a hint of what it is.
I know, right? Nobody get jealous. So here we go.
And it's funny that as you're doing that, the huddle just got dropped.
Did it? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. This is pretty. Look at this. Oh, it is the Seattle Sea Dragons hat. Nice.
Oh,
Nice. Ooh, fits nicely on the head. How do you like this one so far?
It clashes
Okay.
with the blue.
Okay. Wait. Oh, Defender's hat. Let's see how this one fits.
Sir, are you doing gang stuff now?
I don't know.
And you have conflicting reports?
I guess. I mean, this one feels good.
Feels
This
good
one
on your
feels
head?
good. Yeah. Uh-oh. Another one. An Arlington
What?
Renegades.
Hey, that's my team, man.
Yeah, let's put it on. Ooh, fits nicely.
Uh-huh.
Fits nicely. Okay. All right.
You got a big head.
Switching teams dirty. Uh-oh. Oh, a Vegas Vipers. Ooh. Oh, this one fits the best. This one fits the best. I think today I'm putting the Vegas Viper hat. Thank you, XFL. Arlington, did you get anything from the XFL?
Hell no, and I'm sitting there. I'm gonna be on a rant in a minute. I might have to do a derailment for the simple fact that I don't get any freaking hats from the
Sucks to be you,
XFL.
Arlington.
What?
Sucks to be you. Look, I'm going to put these hats up here, and I'm going to wear a different hat.
Screw you, Dirty.
I know, right? Mayor, how are you, sir? I like
Well, there's other options available today, at least in the Seattle store. I don't remember if I saw one for the Battle Chickens. The XFL dropped some bucket hats and some visors today. Into the shop.
Mayor. Actually, Mayor, I'm glad you said that because guess what Dirty's getting ready to pull up as we speak for us, and you are right. There is some new gear popped up. I love this bucket hat right here for the Roughnecks. I love the bucket hat for the Vipers. Oh, the Brahmas got a bucket hat. Defenders, St. Louis got a visor. Who cares? Visors are terrible. But yeah, look at that. And you can get a gym bundle. Now they have a gym bundle that they have. So there you go. So yeah, some new stuff has been dropped into the XFL shop. So go check it out. That's what I'm talking about.
We got teased in Seattle yesterday. We had a meet and greet downtown Seattle near the stadium, and we've got to finally touchy-feely with a couple jerseys.
Well, that's true, Mayor. So let's talk about that. One of the big things that happened yesterday in the XFL world on the great Martin Luther King Day was you guys had your guys' very first meet and greet with Coach Hazlitt, DiNucci, and Josh Gordon. The big thing, the big rumor is Jim Hazlitt was leaving the XFL to go to the NFL. And Mayor, you might have happened to ask a question, did you not?
Yeah, I had the opportunity during the open mic session to speak directly to that issue with Coach Hazlitt. And I asked him straight out, I keep hearing rumors that you have 1 foot back in the NFL. And his response was he looked at the floor, looked up, and he said, my wife of over 30 years would leave me if I even talked about going back to the NFL. He said, I am looking forward to watching my players, watching my players play in the big games this late summer and fall. And I look forward to the 2024 XFL team.
Interesting.
That kind of put the daggers through that vampire, don't it?
Yes, it does. And actually, Mayor, right here, I found your post that you'd put out there about it. And Arlington, tell me if you see somebody that looks interesting to you in this. Right here, the mayor puts Hazlitt watch has been put to rest, filed under happy wife, happy life. I directly asked him if he was considering a return to the NFL. He made it very clear that his wife would leave him if he ever considered it. He stated that his job is getting XFL players on teams in the late summer and fall. He wants to sit and watch his guys follow their dreams and play the big game. He talked about his 2024 team. Now, Arlington, do you happen to recognize anybody in this picture?
I do.
You do? Who is it?
The man on the left.
This guy right here, Jim Hazlitt, with the grin.
No, the man on the left. The very far left.
Ben DiNucci.
No, I'm talking about close. He's closer to me.
Oh, you talking about this guy?
Yeah.
And who is that?
That's Brian Stahl.
Brian Stahl. It looks like Brian is in charge of the Seattle's media relations. It looks like.
No, I actually addressed that also while he was here.
Okay.
We do have a Seattle media relations director. His name is Josh. He's from Austin, Texas, and he's onboarding down in Arlington this week. He just came on this last week. And so since Brian was familiar with doing the meet and greets and being the handler for the weird fans like myself and the OG Dragon Master that showed up, they sent him along with Haley Lynch up there to kind of guide the process along. The other gentleman that's not showing in there is we got introduced to Drew Drummerville, our new VP of team operations and game day up here in Seattle. He showed up for the first time, and he made it very clear he has spent his first week onboarding and spending 6 to 8 hours a day in Zoom calls, learning all about the XFL and where the XFL is going. So, Brian's courtesy. I got to tell you though, this was a different man than I met a month ago at another meet and greet. Completely different attitude, and it was refreshing.
Oh, okay. Now, Mayor, I don't know if you noticed, if you saw this, right? But here we actually get to see what Josh Gordon and Ben DiNucci are going to look like in training camp. So right here, courtesy of the Sea Dragons page, let me zoom in on it. Let me get it up for you guys so you guys can see it. But here we go. Ben DiNucci.
So did you notice anything about this short video? There's something very key there. It's also been key in other ways.
So there's
in other media.
Go on, Mayor. What were you saying?
Did you see what is being teased in this video that's also been teased in other Seattle Sea Dragons media in the last couple days?
Arlington, you answered, so you go.
It looks like a pairing is coming between in Seattle. It looks like a pairing of DiNucci to Gordon. You might be saying that often.
Dirty, can you pull up the picture I posted in the Sea Dragons XFL fan group talking about the jersey number of Josh Gordon wearing the black practice jersey? Can you see that?
About this one.
You actually making Dirty do work? This is unbelievable.
Well, you just saw something in a video that I want you guys to understand. What do you see here? What do you see here besides his jersey number of 0? By the way, that's what the jersey number is. But what else do you see there?
Seeing no decals on the helmet, and I am seeing the Dragons football.
Okay, let's go back to the video you just played of them at Pike Place Market down with the fishmongers.
Okay, here we are. I see them putting it on, putting the skibbies on.
No, the fire orange skibbies.
That's right, the fire orange skibbies.
Okay, you saw one toss?
Yep. Saw another toss.
Go back to the go back to the other picture and look at Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon, he's ready to throw a football. Are we going to see a double pass? We're going to see a double pass, a double forward pass.
The accuracy of Mr. Gordon's throws was mentioned.
Uh-oh. Really?
I mean,
is somebody prepping for the XFL rules? Is that not a passing stance that Mr. Gordon was standing in there in that black practice jersey?
Uh-huh.
And you two missed that.
You're right, we did. But here's, see, look, let's get to some of the questions here, some of the stuff that Ronnie Brown says, that bucket helmet is nice. The Brahmas bucket is nice. Yes, it is. I did really like the buckets. Saying that she just joined us, that the kids, grandson got her on school. Andrew says, the visor takes me to school. Make sure you wear it backwards and upside down. LOL. I probably will. DJP says, hey, A-Train, what's the name of that website you talked about that shows you who will be broadcasting the different teams each week? Oh, okay. Since somebody wanted to say that, let's get that up there, shall we? Let's talk about this because I'm going to make an omission. I got one wrong. Finally got one wrong.
Have you seen who's broadcasting the championship game yet? Are you going to go ahead and call a foul now, or are you going to wait 13 weeks?
I'm going to wait 13 weeks because I have a funny feeling that the two individuals I said that are going to call the games are still going to call the games. But I know we haven't talked about it because it happened after we broadcast, but ESPN revealed their commentating team. Let's do this, make it better where you guys can see it. There you go. So ESPN reveals the commentator teams for the 2023 kickoff season, led by Platform Signature College Football Voices. Now, College Football Voices. Do you guys think that's smart by having College Football Voices?
Yes. I think so.
Who's going to better know the new players coming into the league that didn't make that, as they say, that player 54 status? The college football guys are going to have that research and have that knowledge. Same thing with the sideline gals. You know, they made a point of, if you notice that there's no females in the booth, but there's females on the sideline. But I tell you, I think they're more immersed than you'd get the sideline reporters that are currently doing the ESPN Monday Night Football and ESPN second team broadcasts.
Right. So, fast fact, the team one will be Tom Hart, Joined ESPN in 2012. He is the SEC Saturday Night College Football since 2017. He has also served as a play-by-play for ABC, NBC coverage of the XFL in 2020. He has called this basketball and baseball games. Then you have Greg McElroy as the analyst, who has also called games in college. Katie George, former Louisville volleyball star from the ACC network.
Don't y'all love when Dirty reads? Don't y'all love when Dirty reads stuff?
Hey, anytime you want to read, pal, go ahead. Since you
Go ahead, man. Hey, you're doing a fantastic job. Continue, sir.
Who had the hats from the XFL? You or me?
You're lucky that this show is a fan friendly and family friendly show right now. That's the only reason why.
You don't know that Arlington doesn't have a box also? He's just such a nomad. He just keeps moving around. His address might not have caught up with him yet.
That is true. That is true. Team 2 would be Matthew Berry, Joey Galloway, Tiffany Blackman, and Eric McLean, with John, however you say his last name, being Team 3. However you say Tom's last name being on Team 3, Stormy.
Oh, Jesus.
She'll be part of Team 3, and Harry Davis or Douglas will be Team 3. And I don't know anybody on Team 4 at all. So
that's so sad. Hey, you a fan show and you sit there doing. You go back down. So I can
okay, there you go. You Team 4.
Oh man, Lowell Galindo, Sam Aiko, Taylor McGregor, Ian Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons is on the Freddie and Fitzsimmons show late night on sports, doing the late night sports center on ESPN Radio.
Oh, that's why I'm usually in bed.
Yeah, you're in the bed probably by that time.
So
Sam does an amazing job too, man. When he does the college football, he does his analysis on College Game Day and stuff, and doing the college football live. He's a pretty good analyst, so I think this is a good spot for him. And what's interesting to me, I've had discussions about this. I think we did this on the show last week when you didn't show up, but you got the nerve to talk about XFL hats and stuff. Anyway, we talked about it, like, what could be the pairings and, for the games coming up on February 18th. Like, you could do it as a 1, 2, 3, 4 type of thing.
Mayor, I think Andrew might be sent this back to Arlington, Texas. Instead of Houston.
They may have sent they should have sent it there. And am I even in Houston? That's a good question then, right? Since I guess I moved so much.
You're a nomad. You're a nomad.
Where are you? Are you in Sugar Land now, or are you down in Corpus Christi, over in Austin? Where are you hanging out at these days?
I am in the Woodlands. That's where I'm at. I'm in the Woodlands these days. So yeah, so you can try and find me out there. Now I'm thankful to the good people in Montgomery County. Did you knock out the mayor, man?
No, he's back in.
Okay. Yeah, so that's
back to what you were saying.
So I mean, back to the whole thing with the groups, the pairings of 1, 2, 3, and 4. You would assume that Tom Hart would be the guy to do the Vegas versus Arlington game, that very first game of the season. You would expect that. Mm-hmm. Now, there could be something different or changing, that also could be where the bottom team ends up doing the first game, and then, the number 1 team does the primetime game on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So that that's something that can, you can kind of, make up as you go along. So we don't know what the pairings are going to be just yet. But, and I assume that while they're in Arlington, and then when they're going to have like the little scrimmages before the season begins, because they have to do that because they have to find out ways how to work sidelines, up in the booth, whatever, to get action for the game itself. So you can expect something going down in Arlington come February. I'll say probably the first weekend of February, if not the last week in January.
I agree.
So see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with these groups, as the season progresses.
Well, you gotta remember, Pro Bowl week is an ESPN event this year. So, with that being all said, we may not see them until actually almost game week, but right after the Super Bowl would be when they would be able to go to Arlington. And from what I've seen of the training camp schedule, the players have that as an off week before they go into season. So that's going to be a kind of an interesting little conundrum for them. You know, the Manning brothers are the two coaches for the Pro Bowl flag football teams this year.
Yeah, that is true.
As much as I know ESPN will have a crew there in Vegas for the Pro Bowl. I don't think it's going to be any of the crews that's going to be doing XFL stuff. So,
well, who's going to call the flag football game and the Pro Bowl skills events then?
You don't think Manning? I mean, you don't think that Aikman and Buck is going to go out to Vegas for a weekend?
It was not announced. They kind of basically said goodbye last night, didn't they?
Kind of, yeah. So it's funny, guys, because this.
Wait,
Okay.
isn't that the special projects part that they're supposed to do?
It could be. It could be. But are you guys ready for this? This show is really driven by the fans and everything that the XFL is putting out, right? 5 minutes ago, as you guys are talking, and I'm looking online for things for us to discuss and the latest stuff, the XFL just released something 5 minutes ago on their Twitter page. Let me go tell you guys what it was that they had released 8 minutes ago. To prioritize players' health and safety, the XFL has partnered with Catapult Sports to bring cutting-edge technology to all eight teams, their coaching staff. Wearable tech, player-specific data, and video analyzation will help athletes perform during their best. So I went to the XFL.com, and boom, here it is. They announced their partnership. Now, Mayor, we had talked about partnerships. You guys were talking about partnerships on last week's show that I wasn't here. Now we have another seventh partner right here with Catapult Sports. And I mean, so basically, it says across the league, coaching staffs will rely on Catapult solutions, including Vector, Thunder, and Scout, to make more informed decisions about players than ever before. As we scroll down, it says that the full suite of Catapult America football products combine to create a comprehensive platform unique to the XFL, which gives coaches and staff a 360-degree technology of measuring players' performance, presenting film, and scouting athletes.
So basically, the whole thing is about making sure that player safety is taken care of and is being monitored closely by the coaches and coaching staff. So it looks like what they don't want. I know it's going to sound crazy. They don't want an incident where, heaven forbid, it has a Damar Hamlin incident. So
I'm thinking more of a Tua incident. They're going to be using AI and video technology to look at facial recognition, looking for droopy eyes, looking for glassy eyes. That's what I see in this announcement is more head injuries more than torso injuries. But I could be wrong.
No, I mean, look, I could see, like, you both brought up good points. I could see both of them looking at both things like that. Like you said, Mayor, we're looking at the droopy eyes, glassy eyes. Arlington, with them wearing, because, like, there's a picture of it, and I'll show it to you guys. There's a picture of them wearing the, here it is, right here. But if you look, they're wearing a, what do you call that thing? It looks like a sports bra, but it's not. But, I mean, give it a minute right there. You see what it is that they're wearing? It's covering over the chest. That's taking the registers of the hearts and all of that stuff. So, I mean, like, Mayor, like you're saying, they could be zooming in on a player's eyes and see if he's concussed or whatever. And Arlington, by them wearing this right here, with, this, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, something like a vest. They're registering the heart rates and the blood flow in the player's body. So, I mean, it's a completely, what both of you guys are saying, I can see both of your points. What is it that they're using? We don't know. But Look, I think it's another great way. Again, like, look, in the NFL, we saw a horrible injury with Tua. Then we saw the horrible injury that happened to DeMar Hamlin, right? Is this one way to combat that and make football safer for people to play?
Yeah, why didn't we have this when Dirty was growing up?
I don't think it calculated eating lead paint chips as a child.
No, I'm talking about documenting head injuries.
Okay. I just thought most of mine was from eating lead paint. So, it's interesting on how much. I mean, listen, we've sat here and we've complained we're going on 31 months now. What's up, Amanda? Amanda has joined our Wednesday team on the Beat Hulk Live, so make sure you tune in to see Amanda on Wednesday nights. This is the X Fan Show edition with myself, my partner in crime, the A Train, and the mayor of the XFL right below us. The mayor. See, mayor, look, they say you have jokes.
Well, I'm just feeling better. I've been kind of under the weather from a neck injury that I encountered earlier in November, and yeah, kind of feel a little better.
Don't lie, Mayor. That's because you got too snippy with me in Arlington and Vegas, and we had to rough you up a little. Don't lie. That's what it was from.
We rough up the mayor, man. Come on, we can't do that. We can't do that one, man.
So now let's talk about it. Training camp is on the way. We're seeing pictures galore of training camp.
It's begun. Training camp has begun.
Yes. But there's one thing I've noticed, except for one team. One team. Okay. Every team in training camp has helmets with no decals, except the Guardians. They're the only team that has Guardians. Here it is, DB Stallion. Hello from the Alaska snow. I bet you it's really cold up there. Really cold up there. So, now, Mayor, you were at the happy hour, the meet and greet up in Seattle last night. Was this brought up by anybody about why we don't have decals on helmets yet? Or are these just practice helmets?
Well,
what did you hear?
If you go back to the previous version of happy hours, and I attended a few of them, I got like basically 3-inch tall little decals for the teams, and I think you each got a couple of the Vipers ones that I had from that Vipers meet and greet right before you guys got to Vegas. Possibly you guys got Battlehawks or Houston or something else. I had the Sea Dragons. I had some others. Lo and behold, there are stacks and stacks and stacks, and I'm sorry they're in my pickup right now, of Seattle Sea Dragon stickers that happen to be the exact size, like double those size, that would fit on the side of a helmet. And if you look at the orange chrome helmets that have been shown in the training videos and in the locker room shots for the Sea Dragons now, you'll see it's a completely different brand of helmet. And it almost looked like these stickers that we were giving out in quantity yesterday might have been the ones that were designed for the other brand of helmet. And there was no way they're going to fit across the vent openings on the helmet. Like we went back to that picture where we had Josh Gordon getting ready to throw a pass. There's no way that they would work on those helmets. And I'm thinking that might be the deal, is they switch helmet partners or just had some prototype helmets to use in the original reveals, and somebody ordered the decals based off of them. Because there was a video, I want to say a week and a half ago, where we saw them hand fitting the Brahma decals onto the Brahma black helmets. And
I pull up Battlehawk training camp. You see no decal on there. And
can you zoom in at all on those side vents to see the side vents of that helmet?
Let me see if I can. No, it's not letting me. But right here, you're talking about right here, right?
Yes, yeah. There's two vents on the helmets that I'm seeing now, like that one.
Uh-huh.
Whereas the first one was more of a kind of a solid sided helmet and was
Mhm.
obviously even a different manufacturer.
Mhm. You're
He said, man,
absolutely right.
you think so? Jared got a comment said you might get your decal if you make the team roster.
Yeah, and
Well, I'm thinking it's more of it's a logistic issue of they had to have them reprinted and redesigned so that they'll fit on this new style helmet. That's what I feel it is going on because, like I said, there was that video of the Brahmas, somebody actually hand fitting stickers on. Like I said, it's like from 2 weeks ago, and they're the ones that I see running around with the wrapped around sticker with the B, the shadow B outline
here's another one
on the
for you,
back.
Bear. This is another Battlehawk helmet, but it's actually closer, so it's a better view of what you're talking about right here. So the vent right there's the vent there, and then the vent right here that you're talking about right there for the
Right.
Battlehawk.
And if you go back to the jersey reveal
Mm-hmm.
pictures, they're back there from November 16th.
Yes.
Well, we know they were taken November 16th. I can't remember when they were actually released when you saw the things. Um, but yeah, it's obvious to me it's a different helmet, and depending on how the design of the decals were, whether they were compatible from one helmet to the next. But it's moving parts. It's moving parts. It's like I was saying this week. I got a team VP here in Seattle that's onboarding. He doesn't even have time to breathe. Yesterday he had to go shepherd people around Seattle. By the way, just to give you a little background, you guys know the background on the team VP for St. Louis.
Yep.
Huge marketing resume, including Anheuser-Busch. The gentleman, Drew, that we have in Seattle, he comes from the Seattle Polo Association. Seattle Polo is an exclusive billionaire club for billionaires' sons and daughters to go play horse polo. We got a guy with some serious connections. And the
Mm-hmm.
club that we had the meet and greet yesterday was talking about their long-standing relationship with Drew. So, it's going to be some interesting moving parts as all these people come on board and bring their relationships to the XFL. You just teased the Roughnecks
Yeah.
helmet.
Here's
A lot
the
of
Roughnecks helmet.
people haven't realized what that three-color design is. That's actually the Texas state flag, and minus the graphics now. The original graphic showed a player number on one side and the Derrick on the other side, but we're not seeing either one of those currently.
Nope.
So, again, is it logistics or your badge of honor is getting your number applied to your helmet?
Yeah, now I'm trying to find a thing that Coach Beck here in St. Louis had put out, right? But I can't find it anywhere.
Just one this morning?
Yeah, I can't find it. I know.
Battlehawks retweeted it. It was on Twitter, and then Coach Beck tweeted it this morning.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it to play it. Coach Beck has already said he's going to start making cuts as early as this week in camp. So now it's starting to be we're really looking at making cuts on teams and having teams cut down. So it's really going to be interesting. I mean, we're what 30 we're what 30 days away, right? Is that right?
31.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the Cecil Cherry alert. Cecil Cherry went on Player 54 podcast with Michael Lathrop,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was talking about he was so grateful to be a Viper, all this. And 2 days ago, wham, he shows up on the Battlehawks roster on XFL.com. So I reached out to Cecil directly and I said, hey, what's going on? You're showing pictures of you in red shirts. Vipers are red and black. And he goes, man, I don't know what's going on. He says, I'm in Viper training camp. So, that's one thing you guys don't want to trust right now is XFL.com for roster positions and as far as depth charts or anything. I haven't seen any of those.
They're just getting the kinks out at this point. It's going to be a mess, but we'll see what happens come we getting closer to the season. When all the cuts have been made and then the final rosters are put together.
This is a man that speaks from experience, having been kept from the Battlehawks, sent through the Renegades training camp, and now is sitting in beautiful Houston.
I like how you just spun that. I just like how you spun that. Okay. But at this rate right now, as we starting to get some audio issues on our end together. So, I mean,
I had to change.
I'm not worried about it until week 1. What?
I had a little echo in my phone or in my headset.
No kidding.
Oh, no, we have the echo too.
Yeah, I had to change it.
No, we still have your echo.
You still do? No.
Yes.
No, it was something. Somehow, when always doing something with this computer, it updated something and added a new program to my phone, to my computer. So yeah, the joys. Trusting X-Fan.
X-Fan's all over XFL.
Is that what we are?
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like Leonardo said, yeah, saw that video. They took it down pretty quickly for some reason. So, I don't know. I was looking for it. I was going to play it on today's show, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
So, did anybody happen to catch CNBC at, let's call it 10:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Central this morning?
What happened there?
Gentleman named Dwayne The Rock Johnson came on as CEO of ZOA Energy, and he introduced another line of ZOA Energy. And there's also been a couple teasers out recently about a huge rollout event in connection with the XFL on the 17th of February. So I'm almost thinking, besides them being the energy drink partner of the XFL, that we might see branded cans, collectible cans coming out.
Ooh, you know where that would look good at? Right here in my studio, on my back wall. On my back wall, and right over here.
Yeah, I'm talking about your back wall.
But anyways, it's funny that he said it, Mayor, because you texted me and said The Rock is, DJ is on, or Dwayne is on CNBC, and I don't get CNBC because I use Hulu. So I just pull it up, Dwayne Johnson. So apparently, and congratulations to Dwayne and ZOA Energy Drinks because they've crossed over $100 million in retail sales. Now, this is courtesy of MSNBC. You can click on the video right here. I'm not going to because it's an 11-minute video, and I don't really want to have an 11-minute video playing on our show because you never know because we might get in trouble by CNBC. But it is going to be interesting that you said, Mayor, that if they are doing the promotion, cross-promoting with ZOA and all that, will we see cross-promoted cans? Will we see an 18 set of cans for the Renegades, the Battlehawks, the best, the team that has the best hat made in the Vegas Vipers, the Sea Dragons? Will we see a can and a flavor dedicated to each one? I mean, listen, you know anything about The Rock and Danny? We know they are marketing machines, and we probably will see that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Is it going to be Battlehawk Blueberry or Acai or something like that, or maybe it's Battlehawk Blue Cheese. Be a little stinky.
Blue cheese. Blue cheese.
Or Provel flavored cheese. Because people.
It already is bad enough that people say that Provel cheese is nasty, but you want to put blue in it just to,
I've decided to do a costume change right in the middle of the show.
You won't even do Provel. You won't even do blue Provel cheese on an Emo's pizza. So you're talking about blue Provel cheese.
I'm doing a costume change in the middle of the show.
Now, I think you said. I see Andrew says we need a beer sponsor. Is not Anheuser-Busch getting back with the XFL?
Listen, like the mayor had said earlier with Brandon's relationship with AB, I have a feeling AB will be our sponsor here in St. Louis. Now, it could be different in other cities. I mean, Mayor is Budweiser and Bud Light. Is that a big popular brand in the Pacific Northwest, or is it a different popular brand?
Well, this is the world of foo-foo beers up here. Whether it's craft beers or micro brews or whatever, you go into a bar and where you used to have like Miller High Life and Bud and Logan Lowenbrow and Busch and all those. Now you might see one or two handles of Coors or Bud Light or Coors Light or something, and then you'll see like 88 handles of single keg beers, micro brews, craft brews. I mean, IPAs are the thing up here. I'm not a beer drinker, but I just know what I see. I see lots of IPAs. I see, blonde beers. I see all this other stuff. So, they have their finger in a lot of these things. But you got to also remember that ZOA is distributed by AB's number one competitor. So saying that automatically that AB is going to be back with the Bud Light seltzers, it might be putting the horse in front of the cart, or the cart in front of the horse, or the horse beside the cart. Who knows? But, when they've got that big of a distribution deal with the number one competitor of Anheuser-Busch, you kind of got to stand back and see which way they're going. Maybe they're going to stay out of the beer market and hype the Terramana and hype the ZOA. Maybe they're going to have a ZOA Terramana cocktail coming up soon.
Okay. Arlington, you been down here and a lot of Bud Light, Budweiser, or is it a different type of brand?
There is a distributor. There's a Budweiser distributor here. There is also Corona that I've seen, and I think I've seen a Miller distributorship here. So they got different brands, and plus they also have local brands around the Houston market, kind of like how St. Louis have theirs with Schlafly, And so there are plenty of beer distributorships here in Houston, and you can get any brand anywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if Houston has. If they work with local beers or they work somewhere nationally with the beer distributorships they already have.
Right. Now, guys, okay. So the huddle has been sent out. So let's answer the huddle. Let's do the huddle on the show. We're going to do the X-rated version of the huddle, right? So I want you guys to answer, and we're going to go with the answer. I just need to be something funny to do, right? So have either one of you visited the XFL shop? Arlington, have you visited the shop?
I have visited. I visited the shop.
Okay. Mayor, I'm going to assume you visited the shop, correct?
Well, yeah, like I mentioned that, we had new visors and bucket hats this morning,
All right.
I was on there.
Mark that as a yes.
Yes.
So now, here we go. Have you purchased anything from the XFL shop? Arlington, have you purchased anything from the XFL shop?
No.
Mayor, have you purchased anything?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, I've got a serious addiction.
Right, and I have two. So that's 2 out of 3 wins, so we're going to mark yes. All right, now, here you guys go. Have you purchased? What have you purchased? Arlington, we're not going to ask you because you said no, right?
Yeah,
Mayor?
If I don't have anything, you say something.
All right, Mayor, what have you purchased from the XFL?
Hats and shirts.
Okay, hats and shirts. So,
what have you purchased?
I've shirt, hats, and my slides that haven't came yet.
Now, just because I haven't purchased anything yet doesn't mean I'm not going to purchase anything. It just means right now my money's funny and I ain't got it, so I can purchase something.
And I purchased the sports bra. Does that count?
I dare you to put that on the show.
No.
Okay, I know you're lying because I know you're lying.
I know. What team, Mayor, what team have you purchased the most items for? Renegades, Defenders, Roughnecks, Guardians, Brahmas, St. Louis, the Battlehawks, Sea Dragons, or Vipers?
You can see the freaking teams. You ain't have to read them off.
Oh, okay.
Well, in my case, I actually purchased more league gear.
Okay. And then we're just going to mark these because these are what I have in my possession, as you see.
You got a Battlehawks hat too.
Oh yeah, got a Battlehawks hat too.
There you go.
Well, there we go. We're gonna hit that. Now, Mayor, were you overall satisfied with the products you received? Dissatisfied?
I received. I will say yes. I will say yes.
Okay, I'll say that's it. Now, please let us know about the quality of the items you purchased. Great quantity, right sizing, same as on the picture. Color it not as pictured, material not as expected, didn't like the fit. Well, I mean, look, I got the hats. They fit rather well, okay? So I'm going to say right sizing. Let's see. Well, now, Mayor, let me ask you a question. Because on there, those are digitally photoshopped on there. This is stitched it. So I don't think we could really mark same as the picture online, right?
Well, no.
So, hold on.
It depends on when you purchase them.
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right.
Some of the pictures have been updated now.
Okay. Question. So, question to you, Dirty. Is it the same as you see online?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do they have great quality in them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you need to mark that.
All right.
Whoa, wait a minute. Zoom in on yourself, Dirty.
What?
Turn that hat around to the
camera. Put the hat to the camera.
Zoom in on yourself. Make yourself the screen.
Yeah, just do you.
That color registration sucks.
So where do we put that in?
So color not is the picture.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not quality. I mean,
so
come on.
Quality too. You got to take up quality.
You could have easily slightly used a slightly different color of thread for the embroidery on that hat and matched it up to the hat, and most people wouldn't have caught the difference.
Right. Could have at least been orange.
So you got to take out quality then.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I just did. Okay. All right. Now we go to the next. Oh. Okay. How would you rate your satisfaction with the design? I'd go maybe a 4.
4 out of 5 ain't bad. Yeah.
Mayor?
No, I'd go a 2.
A 2?
So
every shirt that I bought, shirt that I bought was a single image front of shirt. I have taken each one of them. You know, I own a clothing brand. I've taken each one of them and value added to them. It would be so easy for them to do the same thing. These designs are basically put the shirt through a photocopier and throw the logo on it right now. I don't consider them to be a decent design.
Okay.
So 3 out of 5. You put that right?
I did that, but 3. Was the sizing of the product accurate? Yeah, I mean, yes, I've had it. I mean, Mayor, has your stuff been accurate?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add? Now, you guys got to remember, don't be telling me to type a bunch of stuff because I'm an idiot and I can't type very fast.
you chose to do it, so that's the thing. You chose this. You chose this role, so now
maybe,
you got to do it.
I
Just,
think you need to
just say
tell
the
them.
item.
The shirts need to have front and back options. They need to have sleeves. Like I took my orange Sea Dragon shirt and turned it into a Sea Dragon jersey. I put the legacy logos on both sleeves, and I put Mr. Mayor 23 on the back, so it looks like a replica jersey.
Oh, so you want a custom replica jersey?
No, I'm just saying is make them a 360 design. Right now, like I said, it's like putting a single sheet through a photocopier. You got one image on the front. You
Got a
know,
comment.
I saw Dirty commenting previously about how sick he thought that the long sleeve Sea Dragon blue shirts were.
Yes.
You know, you don't see them being sold to the customer, or maybe they're on there. I didn't catch them this today, but there's some, you know, the players and the coaches are wearing some fairly decent designs, but I haven't seen them in the shop yet.
Yeah, that is true. All right, there we go. Boom.
So you didn't even see what's said on there.
What? Oh, thank you for taking the time to. Oh, hold on, I'll get back. It says thank you for taking the time to fill the survey. Please enjoy a 10% discount at the XFL.com on our gratitude. Use code blank at checkout. Code is valid for a one-time purchase. Notice I blacked out. I said blank on my special code because it's called not oversharing.
Yeah, but which code do you use if you're a season ticket holder? Would you use
Right.
your
It's
season ticket
right.
code or the 10% code? Did they hook
Exactly.
you there, Mr. Dirty?
Yeah, I got both my codes, but I'm not telling my code.
Hey,
Time
while
to
you're there, why don't you explain to people what the huddle is and how to join? I
Let
see
me
that
do that.
popping up in social media recently.
So
Okay,
the
so basically, hush over there. The huddle is basically, it is for fan engagement. If you remember back in 2020, they did what was called the FAN, the Fan Advisory Network, and what it was a you got an email and basically you got a survey on what things you would like to see happen in the XFL, whether it's shop wise, the game wise, whether it's the game day experience, whatever. The huddle is for XFL fans. They want to know what type of league you want this to be because this is fan oriented. Maybe it's not controlled, but it's oriented. So the huddle is for you. You tell them what you want to see or what you want to have. And so basically it's a continuation in a way of sorts of the Fan Advisory Network from 2020. So they just did it different. You just named it differently because it's a different regime, but it's the same thing. Basically, it's like the Fan Advisory Network from 2020.
But how do you join?
You have to go to the XFL.com and you sign up via email. You sign up via email. Once you put your email in, you can you will get surveys that will become at least once a month or whenever they feel like dropping them. But they will drop them, so that way they want to hear from you. That is the main thing, and they want to know what's the best way that we can make our league better or make the league something for you. See, that first sentence right there. It's to build tomorrow's league with the voice of the fans. That's what it's all about.
there you go. And that's how you join the huddle.
And you can sign up at XFL.com, or make sure you do it via email.
Now, I will say this. Oh, Andrew, I agree with you on this one. They say that they should use it. They should use it for surveys more often. I actually agree. It says they should get some golf shorts. Sandy says they should get the V-neck shirts for women. I'm going to tell you, I've tried all 4 hats on in today's show, right? And the best fitting hat so far. Are you guys ready? Out of the 4 hats I've tried, do you want me to bring them back out? I'm going to bring them back out. Okay.
And then the one on your head.
I'm gonna take it off.
Jesus, leave it on.
Here it is. The 4 hats I've tried. Ready? Can you guys think which one I will say has been the best fit so far?
The Renegades one.
Okay, you're going Renegade, Mayor.
Well, just for color conflict with that shirt you got on, it's got to be the Renegades. No, the other ones conflict serious with your shirt.
No, he just want to know what the one fits with his head, not
Which
color
one
coordination.
fits with the head? You think?
What is there one that's square shaped
Because you said you got a square head.
or blockhead?
Hey, but I'm still gonna say the Renegades hat is the one that fits you the best. It looks like it when you put it on. Like it
I'm
feels
gonna
like
set
a
them right here.
dude. We ain't got all day. We ain't got all day for you.
This one is actually the one that fits the best.
The one that you like the most. What did you make? So you wearing that to work today? Ooh, that ought to be funny.
No, I'm only wearing it to the Andy
That
said
oughta be
Vegas.
fun.
Actually, I'll rank them. So the Viper hat actually fit the best, right? Then the Renegade hat is the second best. Then the Seattle Sea Dragon one fit the third best. This one was just a little looser than what I normally like them. What the Defender hat would fit well.
What about the Battlehawks hat that you have? Does that because you never tried it on?
I did. I wore it on Wednesday's show.
You wear it backwards so nobody can tell that you. Ooh, that looks big on your freaking head.
Exactly. It does not.
I want that hat. I want that hat. I have a bigger head than you. Give me that hat. I want the hat.
Go to a Renegade. Go to a Renegade thing.
No, give me that hat. I want it.
No. No. Now, I'll say this. The Battlehawk logo is a better quality logo because it's the Under Armour hat. I'll give it that because these are the draft hats. Don't know when they're going to be available. But it's not really a flex. It's not the flex type of hat. It's not really like the flex hat, and plus it's the flat bill. So yeah, there you go. But listen, the Bears have the best gear, so I mean I don't know what to tell you guys. In my opinion.
Well, what brand hats are those? Those look like they're like not that top of the line hat. Are they even a flex fit or what brand are they?
Yes, so it's called Auto Flex Fit. I don't know where it's from. There's no tag in there. Oh wait.
No. Auto Flex is I would call it an entry level hat that I would sell to my economy buyer if I was selling to a corporation. They're giveaway hats in my world.
So now, Mayor, you're a hat guy, right? Isn't a hat supposed to have 8 stitches on the bill, or is it 6 stitches on the bill?
Okay, so it's not stitches, it's panels. So a 6-panel hat fits the head better because it's 6 segments of the circle. And a 5-panel hat, they take the front 2 panels and they kind of make it a single panel. So it's smoother for like embroidery and for like heat transfer and patches and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't fit the head as well.
Gotcha.
So, there's different ways that you wear different ones. So is that Under Armour does it have a vertical seam in the front or is it a flat panel?
Nope, it's got a vertical seam in the front.
Okay, that's a 6-panel hat then. And again, Under Armour is going to be a premium hat. It's not going to be an entry level.
Right. Now this one's a little heavier. This one's more of a heavier one than these are.
Yeah, like I said, to me that's an entry level. What you'd call a fleet hat if you're talking about cars.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go. What's the best brand of hat?
Really, that's out there. Nobody actually makes their hats that I know of right now. Everybody contract manufacturers. So, like with New Era, it depends on the model of New Era hat. They have a super premium level, and then they got the hand me out level. I'm not that familiar with Under Armour. I haven't seen that many Under Armour hats. So I don't know if they have different price points and levels in their regime. A lot of companies use Port Products, which is the actual Flex Fit, and they have a variety of quality levels in there. And of course, you can always go with the cheap offshore hats if you want. And that's what it kind of looks to me like. The Auto Flexes that you got are just a step above third world economy hats.
I mean, they fit nice, not as nice as your hat, Mayor. Actually, this is the biggest piece of garbage hat I've gotten in Arlington. You know how much I hated this hat? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. 47. Mayor's putting the Flex Fit up. For the X-Fan show hat right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the Flex Fit, and it's actually manufactured by Port Authority, which is one of the leading distributors of value-added apparel in the world. But this is an actual Flex Fit. So when somebody says they're selling a Flex Fit hat, Flex Fit is actually a brand. It's like calling every soft drink a Coke or whatever, but an actual Flex Fit is a Flex Fit.
Gotcha.
Starter hats were good back in the day. I love starter hats. All right, what else do we got? I think we've covered everything we wanted to talk about, have we not?
Yeah, we covered everything.
Well, except for so where's the other 6 meet and greets coming up? Have we heard anything about them? I saw an online survey in the Renegades fan group yesterday.
Yep.
Has anybody ever heard from the team?
That is true. You have seen that. And what we should do is we should reach out to Jimmy from down there in Denver to see if when their next meet and greet is. I know we had one in Houston already, right? But when are we? How did that happen? There we go. That wasn't me. But we had one in Houston. We had one in St. Louis, San Antonio. Orlando's is coming. Let's see. Seattle, we just had one in Seattle. So we still need Orlando and Houston, and what's the other team?
The Black Vipers.
The Vipers. Well, you said they already had a meet and greet, so didn't they?
No, I'm talking about this current round now with the players.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where in your case in St. Louis, you guys had, coaching staff, but it still was somebody besides the president and the head coach, So I'm just saying. So in my count, we've only had 2 under the current cycle, and it was kind of sad during our meet and greet yesterday that we got a couple more coming up before the season starts February 18th.
That is true. All right. Other than that, so let's pay attention to the meet and greets. Brian, we're wrapping up the show. We're already in overtime. I'm fat and I'm hungry. I'm on a diet, as you can tell. I've gotten skinnier. I'm looking good. Arlington, why haven't you saying anything? What did he say? Oh, he left us, Mayor. All right, Mayor, anything else you want to say to the fans here on the show before we go?
Just 31 days, folks. We are 1 calendar month away from XFL football in beautiful Choctaw Stadium. Danny Garcia has invited everybody to come down to Dallas and see that first game with her. So, I also know that the Brahma Mamas has reached out to her to try to get her to join the Brahma Mamas. So,
let's
31 days.
All right, this is the X-Fan Show. I am one of the hosts. Dirty, right there is the mayor of the XFL himself, the one and only Van Hertz. Go follow him on Twitter. And what's your Twitter handle again, Mayor?
Vanster2000.
Vanster2000. With that being said, guys, we will see you Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will see you guys Thursday.